Hi guys, I am John Roel Cabana and I am an alumnus of Xavier University and a proud artist of the Xavier stage, and I am here now to share to you some of my experiences in portraying characters from the plays by the Xavier stage. So now I'm gonna do a roll call of the characters I've had the chance to portray. There are actually a lot of plays where I've had the chance to be one of the ensemble or Taong Bayan. In Ang Pasyon ni Cristo, I've had the chance to be the angel, one of the apostles, and one of the sundalo that arrested and punished Jesu Cristo. Also, I was part of the ensemble of Maria Isabela at ang Gulyon ng mga tala. And in Singanin, I was the mayor. In Pinatay si Mayor, I've had the chance to play Vice Mayor Patitucci, and one of the most memorable is Orestes, one of the Fuego brothers in Ang Barracks ni Teniente Fuego. And in A Midsummer Night's Dream, I've had the chance to play De Casaran or Samiyara. And lastly, in Ang Pasyon ni Cristo, for 2 years now, I've had the chance to play as Jesu Cristo. So I think the most similar character for me, out of all the characters I've got the chance to portray, is I think it's Jesu Cristo. Not because I'm the type of person who is kind, compassionate, because I could relate to most of the characteristics or traits of Jesu Cristo. I believe Jesu Cristo is someone who is outgoing, someone who is sociable, someone who is brave, and someone who is hardworking. So these traits are also, I believe, my traits. I could relate myself into those traits. So I think Jesu Cristo is the character who is closest to me. I think the most different character from me is the sundalo or the kawal who arrested Jesu Cristo, because I can't imagine myself being in that kind or in that level of hatred and also in that level of violence. I don't see myself doing that kind of violence against anyone. So for me, the most funniest character was Orestes, one of the Fuego brothers in Ang Barracks ni Teniente Fuego. It's because Orestes as a character requires a lot of energy, because he do a lot of movements, a lot of extra units. I could very well remember whenever I go out of the stage after his scenes, I go all sweaty. So that's the kind of energy Orestes requires. And his lines, his punches, those were hilarious. Favorite character. So I think it's still Orestes. It's because Orestes has this energy to like make the audiences fall off their seats. And also Orestes is not, although Barracks ni Teniente Fuego is a comedy, Orestes is not a type of character who is easy to portray. Like, you need to do a lot of character study. You need to understand or browse his lines so that you'll be able to pull it off and then punch those lines, so it will be effective during the run. There are a lot of mishaps that I've experienced during the performance, but one of the most memorable was when we performed A Midsummer Night's Dream in Dumaguete. There was this scene where I need to like take off my shawl. The shawl is an important part of the next scene. As I took it off, instead of falling into the ground, it was accidentally hooked in my lapel, which was attached in my back. So as I exit the stage, the shawl was dragged with me as it was hooked in my lapel. So what we did is, it's some kind of a comedic scene. So luckily we were able to pull it off because we did a funny thing. Since it's a comedic scene, so one of the characters went out and then threw it on stage. So that's it. It became funnier. It was pulled off. So for me, the most difficult character was Jesu Cristo, because number one, I need to prepare myself mentally, number two, physically, and number three, emotionally. Those were, I think, the three things that I needed to prepare mentally, because it's Jesucristo, and per scenes, it's not just like it's there. Jesucristo has these thoughts within him. So I needed to like study, go further with it, like do research about it, about what he is thinking during those times. And also physically and emotionally, because Jesucristo suffered a lot. And those scenes were also performed on stage. I needed to prepare myself with that. So I think he is the most difficult one. But I think it's the most satisfying and fulfilling one also. Jesucristo became my most memorable character. Not because I am such a religious person, but because Jesucristo requires a lot or a huge amount of preparation. So I needed to like know his thoughts, his background, his journey. So I did research on that. And also physically, I really need to prepare myself physically, because portraying Jesucristo and the Xavier Stage adaptation of Ang Pasyon ni Jesucristo is no joke. And also, as I've said, mentally, physically, and emotionally, and I forgot to say, it also required me to prepare myself spiritually. Jesucristo as a character became the most memorable character for me. So that's it. Those were the characters that I was able to portray. So the similarities, differences, the funniest, the favorite ones, the difficult ones, and the memorable ones. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I also hope that you learned something from this. And see you next time, and thank you for watching.